Hello, hello. It's that time of the week again. State of the NFC West through the Week 15 games. Let's get right into it. For quick reference, here were the standings through Week 14, and here are the current NFC West standings as of the recording of this video. You can see that my Rams and the Seahawks have swapped spots. My Rams are now in first place in the NFC West after sweeping the Winers last Thursday night, and the Seahawks dropped to second in the division following an ass beating by the Green Bay Packers on Sunday night. Hell yes. Now, even though the Rams and the Seahawks both currently have the same record at 8-6, the reason why the Rams are in first place in the NFC West is because we currently hold the tiebreaker over Seattle, as the Rams beat the Seahawks in the one matchup that the two teams have had so far this season. The Cardinals remain in the divisional race for at least one more week after destroying the Patriots this past Sunday and ending their three-game losing streak. However, they still have an uphill battle because even though they are only one game out of first place in the division, Seattle holds the tiebreaker over the Cardinals currently, as the Seahawks have swept them this season. And the Winers remain in last place after my Rams swept them last Thursday night, and now they have way less than a 1% chance of making the playoffs. They need to not only win out, but then also have the Rams, Seahawks, and Cardinals all completely collapse just to have a chance. It's not happening, folks. They are finished, and I love to see it. Now, as I've mentioned in the past, my Rams control our own destiny, meaning if we win out the next three games, then we win the NFC West. Our next three games are at the Jets in New Jersey, and then at home against the Cardinals, and then at home against the Seahawks. The Seahawks are in a similar boat, but they have a slightly tougher schedule, in my opinion. They have to play the Vikings at home this week, which will not be easy because the Vikings are playing some very good football, and they are still in play for that number one seed, so you know they won't let their foot off the gas. Then they got to go to Chicago. Now, the Bears are terrible, but it will be outdoors, and who knows what the weather will be like in a Chicago winter. And then have to play my Rams to finish off the season at SoFi. Now, the Rams are in a more favorable position than the Seahawks, not just because of the remaining opponents, but if the Rams win the next two, which is on the road against the Jets and at home against the Cardinals, and the Seahawks lose at least one of the next two, being at home against the Vikings and on the road against the Bears, then the Rams will clinch the division in Week 17, and that final game of the regular season wouldn't matter. So all the Rams need to do is win the next two, and the Seahawks split the next two, and the Rams are NFC West champs. The Cardinals, to have a chance at the NFC West title, will need to win out, meaning win the next three games. That includes beating the Rams next week. And then the Seahawks would need to completely collapse. So while the Cardinals are technically still alive in the divisional race, their chances are extremely small at this point. It's going to be very interesting these next 3 weeks. My Rams are currently in the driver's seat, but we cannot rest on our laurels or be complacent. We cannot take the Jets, Cardinals, or Seahawks lightly. We need to keep our foot on the gas and keep treating every game as if it is a playoff game the rest of the way. But the NFC West is certainly the most intriguing division this season. Let me know your thoughts on all this, and as always, go Rams.